Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Gold Rush Rick Ness and Leese update relationship status. Rick Ness returned to Gold Rush this season, which put a lot of fans' minds at ease. He had gone through a period of severe depression and had also struggled with his love life as well. The good news is that he seems to be doing much better. Not only that, but it seems his love life is still strong with Leese M. Here is what we know about Rick and Leese. Rick Ness and Leese M. still together. While Leese M. has made her Instagram account private since she and Rick Ness began struggling with their relationship, fans who follow it still share some of her posts on places like Reddit. One fan shared a recent Christmas photo of the two of them. It showed the couple are still together despite all their struggles over the last 2 years. The photo showed Rick and Leese in front of a Christmas tree as she wished fans blessed and happy holidays from the two of them. This also comes just 2 months after Leese said she was going to lay low in the real world. She did so because she was tired of people blaming her for causing Rick's bad choices. Leese noted people were contacting her constantly about Rick since he returned to Gold Rush to find out what was going on. In that statement, she said that there were things she couldn't mention without getting into legal trouble. She then repeated the claims that Rick lied, cheated, and refused to get help when he had a chance. Leese also said that she had nothing to do with his bad decisions. Plus, she wanted to get him to seek help and save him. Finally, she finished the statement by saying Rick destroyed my name and reputation. This wasn't the first time that Rick Ness and Leese M. broke up, and like every other time, it didn't last. 2 months later, they were back together again in time for Christmas. Fans on Reddit not surprised at Rick Ness going back to Leese. The fans on Reddit looked at the photo of Rick Ness and Leese M. and many noticed how Rick looked. While the OP asked if he had a nose job, others commented that he looked healthier than he did on Gold Rush, which was recorded long before it airs on Discovery Channel. The Alaskan tundra is wild, vast, and unforgiving. Gold miners like Rick Ness know this better than anyone. He's faced roaring rivers, harsh winters, and the relentless pressure of striking gold. But in all the trials he's braved in the pursuit of precious metal, perhaps none have been as unpredictable or as deeply personal as the relationship between him and Leese Murray. It's no secret that Leese has been by Rick's side during some of the most challenging times of his career. Her presence brought a new dynamic to his gold mining endeavors, and fans of Gold Rush couldn't help but notice the fiery passion between them. Whether it was the long nights spent huddled in tents, listening to the wind howl outside, or the moments of tension when machinery broke down and tempers flared, their bond was something different, raw, unfiltered, and real. But the roller coaster of mining life isn't the only thing testing their relationship. In recent months, rumors have swirled like snow in a blizzard. Whispers of breakups, reconciliations, and everything in between floated across social media. Fans speculated endlessly. Had Rick and Leese hit a breaking point? Or were they stronger than ever, simply choosing to keep things more private? Rick Ness, the stoic, hard-working miner, isn't one for spilling his personal life in front of the cameras. He's always been a man of few words, letting his actions speak louder. But Leese, with her fiery spirit, is a contrast. She's unafraid to speak her mind, often sharing snippets of their life together online, offering fans a glimpse into the highs and lows of their relationship. The latest update came unexpectedly. Rick and Leese decided to clear the air about their relationship status. They sat down for a candid, off-the-grid interview, away from the buzz of the mining camps, the noise of machinery, and the camera crews. It was just the two of them, sitting by the edge of a calm lake, the Alaskan wilderness stretching out behind them like an endless sea of green and white. Rick was the first to speak, his gravelly voice filled with a sense of calm. We've been through a lot. More than most people would even understand. Mining takes a toll, not just on your body, but on your mind. It tests everything, including relationships. Leese, sitting beside him, nodded in agreement. It's not always easy being out here. You're isolated, the stakes are high, and sometimes it feels like everything is working against you. But that's also what makes it real. If you can survive this, you can survive anything. It was clear from their words that this wasn't just an update on their relationship status. It was a reflection of the journey they had taken together, a journey that paralleled the hardships of mining. They had hit gold in the form of moments of love and connection, but they'd also faced the cold, barren stretches of doubt and frustration. Leese leaned in closer to Rick, her hand brushing against his. "We've had our ups and downs," she admitted with a soft laugh. "We've had arguments, we've had misunderstandings, and there were times when we wondered if it was worth it." Rick, ever the pragmatist, nodded. "But that's part of life out here. You fight, you learn, you grow. And sometimes you have to decide if you're willing to keep fighting, even when it's hard." The silence that followed was telling. They didn't need to fill the space with reassurances or grand gestures. They had been through too much for that. Their relationship, like the search for gold, was a process of discovery, one that required patience, persistence, and a willingness to endure the tough times in order to find the reward at the end. Rick and Leese both agreed that while their relationship had been strained at points, they weren't calling it quits. Far from it. In fact, they seemed more determined than ever to make things work. "We've had to learn how to communicate better," Leese admitted. "Out here, it's easy to get lost in your own head, to focus on the task at hand, and forget that you have someone else beside you. We're still figuring it out, but we're committed to doing that." For Rick, the biggest takeaway from their journey together had been the realization that, just like gold mining, relationships require teamwork. "You can't do this alone," he said with a thoughtful pause. "No matter how tough you think you are, you meet someone by your side who understands the challenges, who's willing to dig in with you when the going gets tough." Leese smiled at that, her eyes softening as she looked at him. "And I'm not going anywhere. I may not be a miner, but I'm here for the long haul." As the sun dipped lower in the sky, casting a golden hue across the landscape, it became clear that Rick and Leese's relationship was a lot like the wilderness around them. Wild, unpredictable, but deeply resilient. They weren't perfect, and they didn't pretend to be. But in a world where everything is uncertain, they had found something worth holding onto: each other. For fans of Gold Rush *, the update was both reassuring and refreshing. Rick and Leese weren't playing to the cameras. They weren't giving a rehearsed statement. Instead, they were showing the raw, unpolished truth of their relationship. It was messy at times, but it was also filled with love, laughter, and a shared determination to make it work. As the interview wrapped up, Rick gave one final thought, his eyes gazing out at the endless horizon. "Mining gold is never easy, but when you strike it, when you find that nugget you've been searching for, it's worth all the effort. I think relationships are the same. You just have to keep digging." And with that, Rick and Leese walked off into the Alaskan wilderness, hand in hand, ready to face whatever challenges and rewards awaited them next.